Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's very, and I mean very special race. We are here for the Stock Car Pro Brazil Series here at the only and good circuit, Circuit do Ninho de Mata. We will talk about the circuit later, but for now, I'll be your commentator for the night. My name is Spitslam, and right beside me is Glebik.
Hello, everybody!
So,
Yay.
very enthusiastic. We
We are enthusiastic. Yeah. We are hyped as we can be because we got some stock car racing to do.
And we like stock cars. Actually, I think there was more of stock car series than in NASCAR, so...
Fair enough. Touche.
Well, NASCAR is the most popular one. Circuito do Ninho de Mata. 3 kilometers, 3.1 kilometers. For any Freedom units out there who are watching us today, it's 1.9 miles, which... It's a short circuit. It's a street circuit, it's short. And technically we have it even shorter, so... It's maybe below the 3 kilometers. It's one of the newest tracks you currently will ever hear of, or I heard of as well. This track was built in 2024, as you see. It's a street circuit. It's built around a football stadium, and before the circuit opened, it was announced it will be named after a local racer and a father of Cristiano de Mata, who won the car championship in 2002 and drove in Formula 1 with Toyota from 2003 and 2004. So, an interesting track, 3 series race here, the Stock Car Pro Series, TCR South America and TCR Brazil. The lap record is 126.227, as I say. This is the lap record for the version with chicanes, and we are not racing with chicanes, so everything you see here is new and technically could be written into history books. Ain't that cool?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's cool. Also, built around a football stadium. Imagine the noise in the football stadium.
It's probably like Miami. What do you mean? Oh,
well,
you mean like this? Okay, now I get it.
You get it, right?
Yeah. Well,
to be honest, I was thinking about it because we've got an announcement from the Czech track. I think it was Most Autodrome.
of course,
I think.
It was
Most. They have to reduce sound to 55 decibels per workday maximum because of some I won't say the word, but I should, of some
arrogant
people living
arrogant people.
near the track, because they couldn't, have open windows without noise. Ooh, we live
like-
near a racetrack.
We talked about this last time.
They race.
Where was it?
They race on the track.
Yeah, no, Laguna Seca
Ugh.
has the same issues, unfortunately. So
Yep.
it's quite sad, and
But
it's sad to hear this.
the most mind-blowing thing is, in the first time they had problem with it, they went to court and the court dismissed them, which should have been the end of it, but it wasn't, because they went to another court, which was, let's call it calling court,
Yeah.
in another city, and they told them, yes, you have right, you are right, they need to reduce noise, because why the hell not? I'm so pissed.
It's
Ah.
fine. Well,
shouldn't.
we should also talk about qualifying since we have 5 minutes
Ah.
left. Niels Koeten, the Belgian who is currently in the pit and is one of the Toyotas. We have a lot of Toyotas, and actually we can count that. We have 5 Toyotas and 3 Chevrolets. Don't count out the other 3 Chevrolets who are in the pit lane. That's me, Lebik, and the Knight's Race Control. Yes, it's new. It's better and it's not better and improved. It's new and hopefully it will work very well. Well, Niels Koeten is currently out again, and I think we should go on a hot lap with a car.
Take the second guy, O'Farrell. He's in a Chevrolet Cruze.
But he's currently Wait, okay, let's take the number 7 car. Very interesting road course. It has a lot of elevation. Now you see, you already break downhill into the first corner. Then it's a kind of sharp right-hander. I would say 90 degrees. Then you go uphill. You break uphill into another 90-degree right-hand corner. It's again a little bit uphill, and now you just start going slowly downhill, and then you just hit this large downhill node. It's a little bit of a kink. You have to be on the limit of the track. This is perfect apex. You go up again a little bit. It's still going straight. Again, you go downhill. There's so much elevation on such a short track. I mean, there's more of a elevation here than in Monaco. Then you have a 180-degree corner, which is very interesting. And it's kind of open. I think you can send it very well into it. Now you go again uphill. It's side by side like Baku, which we like Baku. Then it's a 90-degree left corner, and then you just speed off into the finish line, and that's a lap of this race. And he went into the pits and didn't finish the lap. That's such a shame. That looked quite good. So, what do you think of this?
Well, I like the track, but I'm not really sure there are enough possibilities for an overtake. I'm quite skeptical, but we'll see. Because the track is wide enough for like 2 cars maximum, it looks like. You think it's 3?
Yeah. We can actually look. With the F5 camera, if you go from up top, you see 3 cars can fit side by side. But if they crash, it's bad. And I mean really bad.
Huh.
Also, if somebody is going to dive bomb very wrongly into the last turn, that's going to be an immense crash. But
should be fun.
Optimally, it will be 2 side by side, but it is possible to go 3 wide, I think.
But it's risky. Oh, okay.
Well, it is
We'll
risky,
see.
but you can do it. It's a 3-lane track. You can see it here. I don't think into the corner you are going to go 3 wide because you can't turn, but see, you can fit like 3 people there. It's fine. As I said, Ollie Hutton makes a pretty good lap, 114.005, but Niels is just so much better. I think it all depends about the setup as well. Remember, this is a short race. It has 1 hour, and there's only 1 driver swap. So, also it's a street circuit. There's so much time. Yeah, there is so much time for mistakes. And look at the pits. Where are they? Can you even call that pits? No, we are not doing that.
We can do that later in the race. No. But I think we can call them pits. They look quite pity.
They look pity. Okay, mate.
Like pit stoppy.
Look at them. These don't look like pits. Not even for stock car series.
Nah, they remind me of the old school F1 pits, like in the 50s.
Oh, Yeah, just open pits.
Yep.
Makes sense. Well,
Well, it looks good to me.
actually, I
It's
want to see
fun.
this track live. I don't know if there's like any footage of the track or image. There are images.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So I want to see the pit lane.
Circle.
Okay, there's Mugello and there is Sao Paulo. There's in Barcelona here, but there's no images of the pits.
Shame.
Here, I can see them here. It's... Oh, they are pretty long as well. The pits are super long.
Also, you know what should be held here? What series?
Formula 4.
I was going to say Formula 1.
No, it's too short. But Formula 4 raced here. And the record for that is 107. The record for Stock Car Brazil is 114.8. Insane for me, so I don't know anymore what's the record. It has 8 turns.
Oh.
It is very short.
God.
And me babbling ends the quali as well. So it's Niels Guten finishing on pole position, Olli Hutton second, Tim Farrell in the Chevy third, Bemko fourth, Cornelius fifth, Wardle sixth, Young seventh, Raid is last, but I think Matt was... Well, Ollie got kicked. Well,
Let's go.
that's very interesting.
Where is... we have no more Oli. No more Oli.
That's interesting. Okay, whatever.
I think we should talk about the cars a bit.
We could. Well,
It's the Toyota series. Oh no. Oh no.
what?
You know how the series is going to look like this year?
How? It can't be that bad.
The series will switch to a crossover SUV based formula. A decision based on Brazilian passenger vehicle sales. The Chevrolet Tracker and Toyota Corolla Cross will replace the existing cars, whilst Mitsubishi will return to the category with Eclipse Cross.
And the cars produce 110 decibels, which generated protests from students and teachers at a university
way.
near it. And the circuit is only 60 meters away from a veterinary hospital. And
No way.
and the noise
No way.
apparently caused severe stress or even death to some animals. In July, the federal court made the race conditional on a plan to mitigate the acoustic impacts. Event organizers
Lol.
installed acoustic barriers, even so noise levels above the legal limit were detected, causing deaths of some animals undergoing treatment at the veterinary hospital. The federal public prosecutor office filed several requests to suspend the event, all of which were denied. That's wild.
My guy. Oh, also, we are going to be racing in a bit.
And why are there two long pits?
Oh, here it is.
What happened?
What?
Okay, Give us a minute and we'll be right back.
Bro,
And we are back after some technical issues. We are back in qualifying since apparently the server hasn't made a mistake somewhere. It just didn't want to do its thing. So we are back racing in qualifying.
yay! Second qualifying.
No.
Let's do it one more time, my man.
Let's run it back, I guess. It's very interesting, honestly. I never,
Also,
never did
about
quality
the
twice.
cars.
Talk, talk your heart out.
About the cars. We've got 6.8 liter V8s that produce over 500 horsepower. That's why they sound so good.
Hmm, makes sense.
Yeah. Also, when you take uh production Chevy Cruze, it makes how many again? 100. Yep, 153 in the most powerful.
Configuration.
Should be. It should be the most powerful configuration.
Well,
I hope, at least.
that is interesting. We talked a lot. We talked about 15 minutes about this track. We have another 15 minutes. And I think the only right
Oh
thing to talk
yeah.
about is qualifying.
Which one?
This one. Because Niels Newton is again the fastest guy in the entire server. Timo Farrell, it's Tom, not Tim, sorry guy, is currently second, Remco third, Matt Raid fourth, he's in the pits, James Wardle fifth, Ollie Hutton sixth, Madhouse didn't go out of the pits, and Cornelius didn't get out of the pits as well. I forgot it's two Corneliuses.
Oh, fair. Madhouse is out of the pits right now.
And
He's
back in the
back
pits.
in. What happened?
I'm just thinking of the insane G-forces you have to do in that downhill section. Where Niels right now is. Because it's downhill plus the corner. So it's not just lateral G's. I think that would kill an F1 driver, honestly. Like in an F1 car, since that is...
Oh. I think you would lose your floor. Like, honestly.
You're just
like the floor.
No, if you lose the car, you are dead in that corner. Because you have such speed
yeah.
and so many G's, and they're like, you just go point blank into a wall.
Sounds fun. Also, the cars have a lot of downforce to take that corner at 220 and to not lose grip, to be honest.
Like, also, what I figure out, GT3s are slow. If you think they're fast, they are one of the fastest cars. If you compare them with these touring cars, GT3s are slow. Which is wild to say. Like, think about it a little bit.
Crazy. It really like changes your perspective on motorsport, especially the endurance racing, because you have prototypes and then you have GT3s, and you think like, oh yeah, the GT3s are just being overtaken because it's a whole different class. But if you put, let's say, this car on some track like Brands Hatch, could be interesting to see how much of a balancing you would need to do for them to be like, yeah, for them to be
idea.
raceable.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
GT3s versus
balance of power, half the horsepower.
half the horsepower. Well, yeah, because these are V8s. These engines are
Should be
technically not
even-
built to last.
Should be even naturally aspirated, by the way.
I think these have turbos. Or
Well,
I'm not sure.
It would make sense, but I haven't found any information, because to be honest, try to find that information yourself. Not being like offensive, but try it.
Try it. Have fun.
It's so hard. Only information I could find was from the iRacing website, and there wasn't much information there.
No, you got to be kidding.
Nah. Wikipedia for this stock car racing type thing. No information about the cars
Okay, find
except for the model, like, you know.
You know what? Just
Mhm.
find the motorsport.com. Okay, no, there's nothing else.
Yay!
Go to the second tab of Google.
No way. Never.
Go to the first
That
tab
place.
of Google.
That page is for... Damn, you're entering the dark web now.
Damn, I'm
Also, we have 3.5 minutes left in our qualifying session.
Hey, that's not a lot. Okay,
And our top 2, or top 3, is 2 Toyotas and 1 Chevrolet Cruze.
interesting.
Who even drives the Cruze anyway? We got O'Farrell in the Cruze. That's not a Cruze, that's not a Cruze, that's not a Cruze. And we've got Mr. Raid
Well,
in 7th place right
if
now.
you look
We got 2
at
Cruze.
the official
Cruises.
Stock Car Pro Series, which is a Brazilian site, you find fucking nothing. Oh, you find it's
Let's
a
go.
V8 engine that can reach 550 horsepower.
Nice. Basically the same info like on the,
On iRacing.
on the IRA. Yeah.
Because iRacing took it from this website.
Well. No way.
Interesting.
We've got like the most obscure racing series.
Why
No
not?
info on
It's
the
fun,
cars.
It's fun.
Everything is a business secret. Oh.
Did you find something or?
Nah, I was looking at that's Matt, right? I think.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
Matt and James Warlow
who was-
having a little bit of trouble in
Well,
name, in the
Matt
name.
was Matt Wright was in a fast lap and he lost it in the downhill section in the hard G turn, let's call it.
hard
You know.
G. Going for the
Hard G.
That sounds like an insult. Sound like oh yeah, now I know why. Okay. Away from this
Send me.
thematic.
Send me. I think we should listen to the engine more.
We can.
It's a V8. V8.
It's a beautiful sound. But no lies, I like the NASCAR V8s more.
You know what just came into my mind?
Why?
The 2000 and was it 23? I think it was 23. NASCAR in Le Mans.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
was sound.
That was
That was so perfect. And especially if you find that video where the Camaro overtakes the LMP2 prototype. That's so good. Like the engine just screaming.
The car was faster than LMP2s. They thought the car
Yep,
would be slower than GT3s.
yep.
As I said,
And they made a rule. They made a rule that if the car is in front of you on the track, there should be waved like what?
uh,
Not blue flags, but the flags that are waved when there is a broken down car
No, a slow
in front
car.
of you.
It's the white flag.
And then came the practice.
Then came practice, and it stops the GT3 class. And it still had to start behind the GT3s.
But it overtook them almost immediately. It was so funny.
They also had to replace something because it broke. But
Yeah.
they let them.
Well, to be honest, I would love to see a series like that. Just any cars with
Euro
that
NASCAR.
kind of engine. Like,
Euro NASCAR.
but yeah, but Euro
Euro
NASCAR is
NASCAR.
kind of slow. It's kind of slow. And also, it's not 24 hours.
Euro NASCAR. No, but they have like 4 races per weekend, mate. You
Do
want
they?
that. By the way, Ollie is the last guy on the lap and he goes into the pits as I say that. So we completely missed, again, not the end of qualifying. Which happens. What's interesting, I haven't seen a pit lane like this.
Yeah, the pit lane's cool. Mate, let me look at the cars. I don't want to accept your cookies.
Eat cookies. So it's Niels Gluten first. Tom O'Farrell, if it wants to work. Tom O'Farrell second. Remco third. Ollie Hutton fourth. Madhouse fifth. James Worrell sixth. Mad Raid seventh. And is it Josh or Peter? I'm not sure. But one of these uses last. So yeah. Very interesting qualifying, and the cameras don't want to work. Anyhow.
Oh. About Euro NASCAR, they got 7 rounds, 28 races. That's a lot of races. That's
Ha,
actually
I was right.
3.
It's 4 races per weekend.
Yep, 4 races per weekend. That's cool.
I was a student of dark.
Do you think it will work now? I hope so.
I hope so as well.
Assetto Corsa, please work. Some
There's
body got.
long pits, 2 long pits again.
Okay.
Wow. Up. Hey. Yep. Assetto Corsa things.
Oh no. Anyway.
Well, we are on the grid, so that's a start. Who do you think is going to lead into turn 1? I remind, it's right-hander.
Well, I don't. I think it's going to be Tim or what's his Tom O'Farrell. Okay, because if you look at the starting positions, he's basically at the same place like Cluten, Nicholas, Niels. I'm bad with names. Pardon me. And Tom has a better starting position, so
If you can
I think it's
even
going to be
start.
Tom. Oh yeah, fair. Touche.
Or awkwardly sitting there.
We are sitting here menacingly.
Oh, the lights are on.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. There's 5, it's 6 lights again. And the lights are on,
Let's
and
go.
away you go. It's Neil Scoot still getting a real strong start of Tom Farrell. Of course, getting to better start as the first corner is a right-hander. Memco trying to go around the outside, and I see it's a lot of cars getting out
Oh,
of the
big
way. I
crash.
think that's Cornelius first, Madrate second, James Farrell third, Madhouse fourth, Tom Farrell fifth, Remco 6th, Neil Scooten 7th, and Ollie's 8th. What happened there?
Thanks to the beautiful camera angles, we couldn't really see, but I think there was a big contact, and Ollie was screwed the most. Like, he was punted
James Worrell
into
now
the
attacking
runoff.
down into the hairpin they go. A very clean overtake, as I said. I don't know if there's that much damage. I don't know if they can ride the walls a lot.
And they've got
Crashed
Niels
into the wall
overtaking.
again. Mad Rates takes second position right now. Madhouse
Whoa.
currently knows that he's very close. Venko and Niels are having a little bit of the battle. The Dutch and the Belgian having some fun here on the track. James Royal will try to attack Mad Raid. Mad Raid spins a little bit as he goes onto the uphill and onto the left corner and the main straight. The slipstream is starting right now. Let's have some fun with it. I think this will provide very close action as Madhouse dives into turn 1, almost makes the same happen as lap 1 did. But it's quite safe. As I said, Atomo Furrow gets a very, and I mean a very good exit out of turn 2 into turn 3. He takes 3rd position, and now it's all downhill. Literally.
Literally downhill.
He goes downhill into the G corner.
Into the G.
I don't
Let's
know how
go.
to call it. But these three
We
guys
made
are
the
quite
name.
close. There are no names.
This is the name. Like, the only name. The G
Technically,
corner.
yes.
The G corner.
Niels Kutten is getting really close to Remco, but now Madhouse will try a sinker
Whoa.
overtake with Mad Raid as well. These two guys are not... They're banging doors down in the hairpin. That's what they are doing.
And Tom O'Farrell is closing towards Jake Wardle. He will try to probably send it down the inside. Oh, he won't, because Wardle made a mistake in the last corner. And Tom O'Farrell is now in the 2nd place.
Tom having a really good race currently. James Worrell still looking at the back of him. He wants that position so by Mad Raid and Madhouse now side by side going into the 4th turn. But I'm sorry, the third turn. Into the 3rd corner they go, another right-hander, and they are still side by side, and the guys behind them are side by side as well. Niskutin and Vemko side by side as well. Sorry, now going into the hard G corner. It seems like Madhouse chooses life over death and tries to switch back, but he can't do it. They're going over 200 kilometers per hour. That's wild, honestly. But the Madhouse is really, really close. He smells that 4th position. He knows he can take it. Get into the half. James Worrell makes a huge mistake there.
Oh.
And Madhouse tries to overtake, but he cannot do anything in the hairpin. And that's just compacts the bottom 4.
This race is going to be very interesting. I think these guys can stay together.
James Worrell makes
for
a huge
quite some time.
mistake.
Oh.
He goes in front. He doesn't Lewis Hamilton. And it's a
Into
free
the wall.
position for Mad Raid, Madhouse, Neo Scooter, and Venko.
As Madhouse will try to get in front of Matt Raid, probably he'll try it into the hairpin. And if he wants to try it into the hairpin, he needs to stay close to him through the hard G corner and the downhill section.
It's a very interesting corner. Honestly, the drivers are putting up themselves very well with that. I don't even know if you can go side by side into that corner. It seems like Madhouse chose not to go side by side with Mad Raid into the corner, but yeah, if they like the hairpin that much for overtaking, see, you have to brake all the way from down here. This is wild. You go from 200 kilometers per hour to 2nd gear, and he spins. Madhouse spins. Neil Kuz takes the position. Venko takes as well. James Wall takes as well. And Madhouse just keeps standing there, Ollie Hutton may have finally gotten to position. No, he don't. Madhouse and Ollie
Yeah.
Hutton now side by side will go uphill, and these things will get even more and more interesting. He's flashing his lights.
Oh yeah, let's go. We've got a little bit of equi here.
A little bit of equi.
A little bit of equi. As Niels Cloton is now close to Matt Reid, he's very close. He will probably try to send it into the second corner. No, he won't. He just
That's the third one,
peaked.
by the way.
Is the third? Oh, okay. Is the third one?
Yes.
I'm stupid.
It's
But Niels is close. Probably
and they go side by side into
side
the
by
RG.
side.
Oh, that's
A little
not
bit
a
of
good
contact
idea.
with the wall. Little bit of contact with the wall, but he's still driving and he's still close. He'll probably send it into our beloved this
Hairpin.
corner. Yep, hairpin.
Oh, and that's a
and
crash.
they make contact.
And Yoskon make a huge contact. Vemco makes contact as well. That's an unsafe rejoin. Vemco third, Madrid fourth, Newcotton fifth. But James Worrell is back on action as well. Ollie Hutton and Madhouse are getting quite close as well. James Worrell now has the inside line. Can he make two overtakes in the one corner? He overtakes Neil Cooten. Can he overtake Madrid? He can. What an amazing overtake. And he messes it up. He locks up, goes straight into the wall. Ollie Hutton, can he make anything from this position? No, he can. He's not that close. Niels Cooten looks into the inside, into the first corner. He sees nothing but walls and downhill sections. I hope those are Tech Pro barriers at least. 'Cause if that is just concrete, that's wild.
I
And that's
think that's
almost a
concrete.
crash from Niels. This is a very hard track for the driver, seems like.
This track is unforgiving.
It's short, it's small technically. We had a lot of
But it's
action in just
unforgiving.
8 minutes.
Niels is close,
Niels
and
is
Niels
very
over to
close. Where did he get that speed? Tom Farrell makes a
God,
mistake
G.
in the hairpin, and it seems like you can make up a lot of time in that corner. But then that makes sense. Did Matt do anything that hindered his performance, or what happened?
I think he lifted off the gas pedal because something happened, and that's because that's why Niels overtook him.
may have gotten too
you know?
close to the wall.
Probably, or maybe he like mistook his speed, and he lifted
May have
when
happened
he
as well.
didn't need to,
Yeah.
Also, Ollie is close. I've just noticed. Into the uphill section.
Ollie is not close. Ollie side by side with James Roll now going into the third corner. And they are still side by side even through the right-hander. James Roll, of course, has a little bit of a downside being on the outside of the corner. But now into the hard G they go. That's a very bad camera for this corner. They go side by side. You can go
little
side
bit
by
of
side. That's a
contact.
wall. That's
Oh!
a crash. Whoa.
Oh my god. And I think this was caused by James Wardle. I don't think that was just a racing incident because there was contact. Like
When Madhouse goes
quite
into
a
the hairpin,
bit.
they go side by side with James Worrell. As talking out James Worrell, he makes a huge mistake and almost crashes out after the hairpin as well. What? And oh, it seemed like it was Madhouse's mistake. Gentlemen rules right here. A beautiful sporting conduct from these two guys, but
good job. Good job, guys.
what?
You have my respect. Also, let's see what our race controller has to say about that contact in the G corner.
Where is race control?
Whoa! Madhouse tried to overtake Wardle and he had too much speed and he crashed into the wall.
I
But
think
he's
there's
continuing.
damage as well because Ollie is in the pit.
Well, makes sense.
Honestly,
His crash was quite crashy.
I think that would destroy his engine. Everybody's lap is red. Why? Okay, it's not.
Ollie
There
is disconnected.
There's 50 damage.
That could be That could be
That's Vienna.
driver swap, probably. Or
It is.
yep, it's a driver swap.
That was a. I hope he doesn't have a dirt drive wheel.
That would be his hands.
He wouldn't
Would-
have them.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I think we should raise these cars more, like in our own series, because they seem to be really like supporting the wheel-to-wheel fights. You know,
Well,
or it
stock
could be
cars
just
do
the
that in
track,
general,
but
honestly.
and Madhouse is close to Wardle.
We know how stock cars are. They're very, very fun to watch, not fun to race. I am talking about NASCAR. Well,
Are they fun to watch?
they are so much fun to watch if they're because the racing is so close. So
Well,
if you,
I-
depends on the track, honestly.
Well, the super speedways are could be quite fun because there are all of the drivers in like 1 second, and there are always
and then
crashes.
you have Bristol or something. It's a very small track. You just can't do anything as Madhouse tries to overtake into the hairpin. That seems like the hairpin is quite difficult to overtake. It's not the overtaking point we thought it would be. The main overtaking points I gathered currently is. Oh, it's true. That is turn to Amademas.
Happens. And Madhouse will probably try to overtake in the first corner, and Niels is overtaking into the second corner. Niels overtook Wemco into even before the second corner, and Jake Wardle is wheel to wheel with Madhouse right now, going uphill into the second corner. As Madhouse will have the inside line. Will he send it? He won't send it, and he has to stay behind Jake Wardle for another lap.
Side by side, wheel to wheel. Very interesting racing tonight for sure. And these cars actually look very, and I mean very good. Ollie Hutton makes his long pit finally over. That is super long. The hell of a
That's a long. Well, it's probably a good idea because now he can focus a bit on
himself.
his performance, and
It's
we have
Miles
a
and
contact
James
between
Vowell having some fun.
these two guys. These guys are really going at it. I don't think their tires can last.
Well,
I don't really know how they behave here on this track and in these cars.
honestly,
But
this track is a tire killer. Breaking downhill, because technically the corner is, as I said, Amadeus is trying to overtake James Worrell. With the tires keep killing themselves, it's uphill, it's downhill. Braking zone this, braking zone that. It's even the hard G corner
And they
as
have
Madhouse
contact.
spins or James spins almost. And it's side by side now down into the third corner, which is the G corner. Will we maybe see some overtake? No, we won't, as James goes behind Madhouse. He chooses life. But I think the slipstream in this corner is massive.
and you have to stay in it because if you like peak on one side or the other, your aerodynamic balance will be thrown off and you will
Oh, that's
spin.
almost a spin from Madhouse. He takes the hairpin like if he just drift in 180. It's interesting.
This isn't initial D, mate.
We like initially.
And Niels is in the pits.
Niels is in the pits. Niels does his first long pit of the race. 45 minutes into the race. That is interesting. Well, depends if it's actually
Also-
1 or 2 long pits.
Yeah, I've just noticed because on the server it says 2 long pits,
But into the description it said 1.
but yeah, exactly. So what? Also, do you think this track, or let me rephrase that question, Do you think it's the track or the cars that are making this race this interesting?
Honestly, can't tell. Of course, the tracks are close to each other a lot. Like anyone who's done the setup or the bob on these cars did a very, and I mean, a very good job. And the track, it's small. It provides the action as well. It's like F1. It's not the series that is only fun, as James Farrell makes a mistake and goes into a wall.
That's a
It's
big mistake.
it's not the
Cause
cars that make the fun out of the series most of the time in F1 or something like that, but it's the track. The track provides the challenges. The cars have to the track the drivers and the cars have to drive around. So
as we are talking about whatever, Tom O'Farrell is slowly getting closer to Cornelius in the first place.
they not even talking about Cornelius, but we should talk about him. This guy was last on start. He didn't even qualify. Not one single lap at all. There was a crash, a huge one in turn 1. He just joined back. He he was last, so he got none of that, and is still driving in first place since first lap. He started last.
And for our question about the long pits, I think it's the real penalty thing, because in the server description there should be only one
Yep.
that is required.
That is a
So-
very tight hairpin by Tom O'Farrell. Interesting lines.
And he's getting closer.
He's getting step by step, bit by bit.
Car length by car length.
Ollie Hutton goes into 7th place. He's 2 laps down. And Niels is still doing his long pit.
Well, we are saying he's 2.5 laps down, but that's 2 minutes. That's
That's
not
horrible
that
to
bad.
say.
But not that bad, actually.
Yeah, if you say it like that, it is not that bad.
In Le Mans, that would be like half a lap.
That's even worse. The current fastest lap is 1:13 by Tom O'Farrell, which was last lap. So that very tight hairpin that I talked about was his fastest lap.
He's pushing like crazy.
Yeah.
And that's good. Oh.
That's a mistake in the hairpin. Oh,
A little bit
Reid
of
makes a
walk-up.
huge mistake. Can Madhouse somehow capitalize on that?
I don't think it was that huge, but he will get
It was one of the
closer.
high-speed corners, so you see the gap is going down.
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy.
Madhouse is close right now, and he will try to put some pressure on Matt.
The gap came
As
from
he should.
11 or something seconds to 2. It's a high-speed
That
circuit, technically.
Well,
Just because of
a
that
lot
large
of the
straight.
circuit, a lot of the circuit is driven flat out. So,
Yeah.
and Madhouse made a mistake, not a big one. He just braked Let's go.
Well, after minor issues that we unfortunately had, we are back to racing again. Now, with unfortunately only
And we
7
have-
drivers.
And we have a change in lead, as Tom O'Farrell keeps going and Cornelius makes his pit stop. I think it will be a driver change or driver change.
It'll be a long bit.
Yeah,
It is.
a lot of people don't really change drivers. They are driving.
Everybody's
alone.
alone.
Everybody? Oh yeah, I'm just stupid. Also, Matt Reid did his long pit stop. He's now 3 seconds behind Ollie, who is in 6th place. Josh Cornelius and Madhouse is going into for his long pit stop as well. It makes sense as we are nearing the half mark of the race.
Well, just
We had
16 seconds to that
30
like
seconds.
point.
Oh yeah,
So,
exactly.
It's not that
And
bad.
Jake Wardle is going into his long pit or for his long pit stop. And that should mean that okay, Tom is there too, or is he stopped? No, he was stopped on the track somewhere and he disconnected.
Don't know if
Oh
that's
no.
the best.
Well,
The
I
Vengo
certainly.
could be
Oh no,
first.
he was. Well, he was in the pits in the pit lane probably, or wasn't he? I don't know.
Honestly, this is a very interesting screen to see. 4 people in the pit stops. In their long pits. Oh, finally, this is back.
Welcome.
Okay,
As
yeah.
Oli is now only
Leaderboards again.
1.3 laps. 1.3 laps behind Wemco. Or behind Cornelius, Josh? I don't know. And Tom O'Farrell is back, and he is doing his long pit stop. I'm just stupid. Sorry, everybody. Feel free to hate on me.
Now it's 1 lap.
Yay!
Nice. So Ollie Hutton will finally be on the lead lap.
He won't, because Wemco didn't do his stop yet.
Ollie will be. I'm talking about Ollie.
Yeah, but Oli won't be on the lead lap.
Well,
Because he's still...
he did his
Um,
stop already.
Well, he did, but look at the standings. If he was on the lead lap, he would now be second, but he isn't. Could be
He will be on the
lifetiming
lead lap.
problems.
Can you understand English, you monkey? I'm using the
Future tense. Ah.
Why does Ollie
Do you
have to
think?
stop?
And
Wemco
Wemco
is in his
is in the pit. Also, do you think Ollie's strategy will pay out? Do you think he can do the 50 minutes on one tire and without fuel stop?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how much they have.
Well, if he can do that, he would be. It could be, and it probably will be, the best strategy.
Probably yes.
Or-
Mad Raid is getting closer to Madhouse.
Madhouse.
Why is Madhouse
Again.
suddenly under his real name in the standings? That's weird.
I don't know. You have broken standings, my man. Matt
Yeah.
Wright is very close to Madhouse, and he will probably try to send it into the
Hairpin
Yeah,
they go.
into the hairpin.
That's
There's a bit of contact.
very defensive. Even though he's on the attack, very defensive move by Madrid on Madhouse. So it's interesting.
But a nice overtaking nonetheless. And Jake Wardle is in the pits again? Or is he going out of the pit? He's going out of the pits right now.
Right, out of the pits right
Makes sense. Yep.
now. With Ollie Hutton being right on his tail.
Go, Ollie, overtake.
Ollie will definitely try and overtake as he does it very well already. Heating up tires against cold tires. Side by side now going into the G corner. They go.
Ooh.
Ollie, of course, has more speed from his tires that are warmer. James Farrell ends in 5th position as Remco goes down some positions as he is taking his long pit currently. That was unexpected and it was fast. It was sort of a dive bomb.
Not a nice dive bomb, a clean one. As he spins into the. He spins. Oh
Ollie
no.
spins. It's not
The tires
bad,
were
but it's
too
not
hot.
Ollie. They were too hot.
Too hot, my man.
Match raid is now chasing Ollie's tail.
Let's see where we end up. Also, I've just noticed the lights on the track, like the traffic lights, they change.
They do.
Yep.
That's
When that's a detail right there. It goes to show how much work goes into creating these tracks in Assetto Corsa. Sorry,
it can be
my
nothing
throat.
or literally everything. That's the details of Assetto Corsa track. You can have
Working
every
traffic
singular
lights.
detail you ever would like and need, or even don't need. I did transition. Okay, good.
Welcome,
I was
Successful.
scared. I was suddenly very scared. What
Bro
is-
was scared. And Wemco is out of the pits for a lap right now. And we've got everybody on the same lap.
Let's go. You like these kind of races where everybody is technically so close yet so far from each other.
Damn, that's some philosophy right here.
Damn, I was
Ollie
such a
Hutton.
Mozart. I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
Please don't. We need you for in the commentating team.
Hell no.
You have
I'm jumping off the
You have
bridge
s-
tonight.
you have so much to live for. Like
Potatoes.
the 8 hours of Daytona.
Potatoes. That was a meme,
And
right?
if you
I'm
jump,
not old.
do a flip. Do a flip.
Hell no.
That's and Ollie is close. As we are rambling about things and potatoes, Ollie is only 1 second behind Jake Wardle. Let's see if he doesn't make a mistake in the hairpin. He doesn't, and he will probably try to send it into the first corner or the third, our beloved hard G corner.
I'm not gonna
Hard
lie,
G.
the hairpin looks like an accident every time when somebody is
Yeah.
somebody's there. It's so close to happening every single time, which is weird, but it's so wrong. Now going uphill into the second corner, Ollie Hutton is changing the gap. It's smaller and smaller by every second. It's very small into the second corner they go. Now downhill into the G they go. Ollie Hutton versus James Farrell. Can Ollie maybe do something into the G corner? No, he can. He's just taking the slipstream, taking his sweet time that he has. It's fine. You have 22 more minutes, mate. You can make the overtake even on the last lap. You can hear the V8s. The speed difference being a huge 12 kilometers per hour is the speed difference as Ollie Hutton is the faster guy, and that's the hairpin move. As I said, it almost looks like a crash. It almost was a crash, and now Ollie is the one being hunted, the hunter turned hunted, as Mad Raid is very, and I mean very close to another position.
And we've got a not so DRS train.
Not so DRS. It's a slipstream train.
Yeah.
We like slipstream.
You like slipping the stream?
That sounds weird.
Ollie made a mistake
makes
and
a
Matt right
mistake?
overtook him.
In the turn one, it's
Into the first
downhill.
corner.
Of course, makes sense. But yeah,
Like nearly half of the track.
yeah, a lot of the track is downhill.
If you couldn't guess, the other half is uphill.
What are you?
A philosopher.
No, no, okay, no. You should go to therapy, mate. Again, the speed
I'm a
difference-
Ferrari fan.
You should go
I'm
to therapy.
I'm
In
already in therapy.
You
my
want
man.
the sprint, stop crying.
But it was the worst one. Nah. We all need
Ollie's
a
pretty
VCC.
close, the mat trade. It looks like every turn.
He's breathing down
In
his neck.
every turn, the gap goes down from 0.8 to 0.4. What is Ollie doing?
I
in the
think
corners
he's
that
going-
the other guys are not doing.
Probably turning.
Get out.
As Ollie has a good exit from the second corner, he won't send it, or from the first corner, he won't send it into the second, but I think he will send it into the third, into our G corner.
He won't send it into the
Probably.
G corner because it's a suicide attempt. He knows very well. As he
Oh.
crashes again into the wall there, I don't think that's a corner to do a GT7, a Gran
GT7?
Turismo tactic, which is just hugging the walls.
Oh
You can
yeah.
see the speed difference is wild.
And we have
That's
a contact.
Contact between Madrid and James Ford. I'm talking the hairpin is the worst thing that happened to humanity.
To this track. If you think about it, this looks like a very off-brand Herman Tilke track. Because you've got long straights, you've got 90-degree corners, and you've got a hairpin.
You got long straights in the heart, and you have a compass turn. I never thought about it like that. As Holly Hutton takes 5th place, Mallory makes a huge mistake. James Ford in the 4th position currently as well. This little train got broken up just because of one mistake. That's wild. And again, the gap from 0.8 to 0.5, 0.4 now, currently going into the 3rd corner, the G corner, as they round it out. Honestly, this must be so much
So
fun to
fast,
ride.
so much fast.
It's so fast,
yeah.
and Ollie is really fast. He's on the rear bumper now. He's almost
Whoa.
side by side, going into the hairpin. He took a lot of speed now. He's on the outside for the hairpin. Can he do something? He wants to switch back. Man,
This was probably the best hairpin we've seen so far.
seems like
be
Matt
honest.
was going there for a kill streak. As Ollie breaks, he has a very good out and off the corner, and he goes.
He's
still
got a
in
good
the 5th place.
setup.
He's got a very good setup for acceleration,
He's got a
and that might be it.
very good setup.
He has short gearing. I think. As they go uphill, the gears
But-
continue on. He's
but he's
looking for
also
space.
fast.
He sees nothing. Now is the time. Now he bounds. He goes from the 2nd corner. He knows he has the time. Now downhill into the 3rd corner. The G corner he goes. Ollie versus World. 280,
So much faster.
227 kilometers per hour in these V8 touring cars, I could say. So it's stock cars, it's not touring, but whatever. Now side by side, going into the hairpin. There's a little touch by
Whoa.
James Worrell. James doesn't get the better of that touch, and he's still on his backside. And now they are side by side, almost going
Whoa.
out of the hairpin. What?
Ollie is very close to Jake Wardle. He's very close, and he will probably send it into the first corner because he has so much better acceleration than everybody else, probably.
Yeah. That's weird.
But it doesn't look like it. It does. He made probably some contact there and another contact here, but Ollie is in the 4th place. He isn't. He got punted by Jake Waddle into the wall. Not so gentlemanlike, but probably a revenge.
Oh.
There was a punt here, punt there, and yeah.
Sorry for talking a little bit off script, but I'm in the midst of doing an 8 hours of Daytona. Meanwhile, commentating right here. We have a red flag.
Oh, damn.
So
What happened?
I hope the race ends. Real penalty error. So I hope the race ends because
Oh.
I'm not doing 8 hours again, and I like sleep. 15 minutes to go, by the way. 1 quarter.
And Matt,
3/4 of the race
Matt
done.
is close to.
Matt is very close to James Worley. He does nothing with that information at all, and even widens the gap on the last corner. Well done. Now they go into turn
Nah,
1, downhill
We
braking.
don't hate.
This is a tire
It's a
cure.
lot
This
of
is the front
pressure.
tires getting done. The corner is the
The tires are getting
left.
cooked.
Is the front right getting cooked. Then here it's the no the right
The
gets
front
cooked.
left.
The rear right gets cooked in this corner. The rear left as well. In this corner, I don't know what gets cooked. The drivers.
Everything. Everything.
It's picnic. It's a problem in chair, not in car. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, that's good. That probably like sums
But
up
that's
my
really
whole
side by side. That's
driver
almost
career.
3 wide, but Ollie had to make some mistake. It was almost 3 wide out of the hairpin, so I was correct.
The hairpin.
Well,
And
since
we
I
had a
can't join the
contact.
briefing, I hope nothing will happen there. Important. But now we go Matt Reid versus James Worrell. They go side by side into turn 1. It's a downhill braking zone. Everything can go wrong, everything can go right. It's Murphy's Law. What will we see? They go. It's very well side by side. Matt Reid takes a really, and I mean a really tight line. But can he
And
maybe
Ollie is
capitalize?
fast.
Ollie can maybe capitalize on it as he goes very, and I mean very, very fast. Still in 6th position. They can almost go 3 wide if they want. Ollie is looking for space. Give this guy
He's
some
sniffing
space.
the bumpers.
He's
He's
sniffing the
sniffing the
exhaust
bumper.
fumes of Mad Reid. James Worrell has clean air in front of him. Ollie is still looking for space. Now he pulls over side by side. That's the wall, mate. You're not overtaking that.
Don't overtake the wall, please.
Yeah, don't overtake the wall. That's a good idea. Now they go into the hairpin. Ollie Hutton will not make
This
any
smells
funny
like
stuff.
accident.
James Worrell makes a little accident. They touch a little bit as well. Everything gets the same and keeps the same as well. As I said, this corner is anti-overtaking.
Ollie is very close to Matt Reid, but he's on the outside. If he wants to overtake, his best chances are in the first corner or in the uphill section after it, or second or third. After that, it's practically unovertakeable.
And he goes for it. A big mistake by Mad Reid. Ollie Hutton takes the third. He's getting 5th position. Goddamn. The gap.
This is classified like a race incident, probably, because he couldn't really do much with it. And also, we have a first lap driver, in race lap driver. Matt Reid got
wild.
lapped by Cornelius. And Ollie overtook Wardle because he made a mistake. A big one.
Madhouse.
Madhouse overtakes him too.
That's a huge mistake, though. What?
It seems like something in the G corner.
Yeah, it brings a lot of trouble to everyone. And there you can see Cornelius. What? What was that?
He's
An
lapping like
English
crazy.
lad just dive bombs from outer space. He dive bombs the James Wardle and laps him like that. That's illegal.
It should be illegal. But Tom O'Farrell will probably, if he gets if he goes around these lapped cars fast enough, he could probably capitalize because Josh Cornelius lost like 2 seconds there.
You know who I would
While
like to
overtaking?
be in this situation?
Hmm?
Bemko.
Yeah, he's he chilling.
He's on the other side of the track,
He chilling.
which is wild, honestly.
And
Right
Tom
now,
Farrell
he will
is
meet
fast.
with Ollie right now. What? That's wild.
Crazy.
Will Cornelius dive bomb again? I don't think he will.
Well, he doesn't need to, does he?
But he dive bomb from outer space. What was that?
A dive bomb from outer space? I don't know. Nah, like really, it was great. Great overtake. Kind of harsh in my opinion. If he just waited on the uphill section, he could have just gone by without the fuss, I think. Ooh. As we got mistake by Jake Wardle and a little bit of slide from Tom O'Farrell, and that means that Tom O'Farrell has a clean side of view to Josh Cornelius right now.
Yeah. Well,
3.7 seconds.
please talk because I'm trying to figure out something.
I can really try. Tom O'Farrell versus Josh Cornelius. This is right now our closest battle. 3.5 seconds in between them. As Tom does really good G-Con. And Josh Cornelius now goes into the hairpin. He has that's Madhouse in front of him, who is chasing Ollie. That is chasing Wemco, but he isn't really close to Wemco. And then there's Tom O'Farrell, who's just 3 seconds behind Josh Cornelius.
Well,
We'll see how this goes.
After. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's life currently. Let's see how it goes.
That's this race. Well, Tom O'Farrell, bit by bit, is closing to Josh Cornelius. It was 3.5, now it's 2.8. I wanted to wait, so I didn't have to say it twice. Also, we've got 39.5 laps behind us.
That's a. It doesn't seem that much, right?
Yeah, but
Like
we've been racing for an hour.
This is how many times 1 minute and 15 seconds can fit into an hour, technically.
That's cool.
That it's wild.
Well, it also and crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. No,
Yeah.
we can't do that. That's too bad.
Too obvious. Tom O'Farrell is ever so slightly closer to Josh Cornelius, who gets closer to Madhouse, who he is going to need to lap. I hope this sentence made sense.
Oh, Tom is getting closer and closer to Cornelius.
He is. And
By
he's
a lot.
sliding. He's sliding.
He's
It seems like he's sliding. It seems like that Josh is saving tires or fuel. I don't know, but it also seems that Tom is going full push mode. It's hammer
From
time.
230 kilometers per hour down into 32. What? That's.
And Tom is close.
I'm just thinking about the
1.7.
speed because that's wild. That's a lot of G's as well.
Also, I've just noticed we've got 2 Chevrolet Cruises into in our top 2.
But it's balanced because Madrid is 6th. It's not an overpowered
That's
car.
the-
We don't work that way.
Yeah. I think Tom O'Farrell is going to be held up a bit by Madhouse, but not by much, just 1/10 of a second probably. As Oli got 5 seconds closer to Wemco as when we were watching Tom and Josh. Honestly, if you think about it, this is a really good race. Like, we had something happening like all of the time.
Talk about the crash. The
That
2
was funny.
crashes.
Funny. All I'm going to say. As Tom is still getting closer and will probably put Josh under pressure, but as they say, it's one thing to catch up, it's second thing to overtake. I don't think Josh is going to.
Of the race left, the overtake is possible.
It is.
It is very
To
much
be-
possible. 1.2 and it keeps getting lower and lower.
To be honest, I'm quite rooting for Tom here because he started second, I think. He got punted into the wall in the first corner crash, and he's been able to pick the pieces up and go into the second place. Maybe even first one.
Well, Josh.
If he's fast
Josh
enough.
is good as well. He started last.
And he profited from the.
We
He
do not
gained
talk about the
like
crash.
every space. He gained the spaces. Also, we are under a second. Or not
We
quite,
are,
but
yeah, we are finally under a second. It's Tom O'Farrell versus Josh Cornelius going down to the wire. Stuff you want to see.
he
By the way,
he has the DRS.
3 and 20 seconds left. Anything can happen. This is like 3 laps of racing, maybe
Ooh.
2.
And Tom is very close. He made a good exit from the second turn, and it's only 0.5 seconds between them. Between the second and first place. Between the 2 Chevrolets.
Honestly, the inside view of these cars is wild. I can't imagine racing like this in real life.
Whoa.
As he turns the 180 turn, the hairpin goes by. It's 2 minutes and 35 seconds of racing.
And he's
It's
very close.
Very close. These 2 drivers are putting up an amazing race currently. Can we maybe see an overtake? Now
Ooh.
they go. It's a drift into the last corner by Tom O'Farrell, and Josh Cornelius is right now riding the last hopes of his race to win that can be made right here. Can Josh keep the position? Can he not? All it depends is the crashes. And the
That was
exit
a
of the
good
corner. That was an
exit.
amazing exit by Tom O'Farrell. Can he maybe overtake? Can he dive bomb it? No, he will not dive bomb it. Now into the second corner they go. The exit is the part where it matters the most. There was a good exit by Josh Cornelius as well. But the slipstream is in favor of Tom O'Farrell. Into the G's corner we go. You can see it's so crazy from the inside point of view. I hope he's racing
Whoa.
bonnet or in VR. I would lose my mind. It's like a roller
You would
coaster.
throw up.
It's
You
up
would
and
throw up.
down. It's horrible. That's Ollie
Ollie
Hutton
Hutton gets
space,
out of
and
the
that's
way.
a spin by Josh Cornelius. That's such a shame. He had one last lap in him. The hopes are done. Tom O'Farrell has one singular lap ahead of him.
He just needs to hold it together, not make any mistakes. Like, you don't need to push as much. Your last lap was 1:14.3, I think. Let's check
It was.
second live timing.
But
It
Tom
was.
O'Farrell, for the final time, rounding out the second corner. He takes the pedal to the metal. He goes to our favorite downhill corner, the G corner. He turns up just into 6th gear. Oh, this is crazy. Now goes uphill and again slides downhill into the hairpin. Now he already has to brake into 4th corner. Now onto the 5th one. It's such a short break in a braking turn, and you brake not even in a straight line. It's crazy. The last time he goes uphill, Tom O'Farrell knows if he doesn't take any wrong turn, he just has to turn left. It's a 90-degree corner. That's all it takes. It's Tom O'Farrell who is rounding out the 46th lap of Circuit de Tanio and wins the Brazilian Stock Car Pro special event for SRC. Josh ends 2nd, Ollie ends 4th, Madhouse ends 5th. Vemco, who is vibing the whole time, is currently in 3rd. We'll come back to him. Mad Raid finishes in 6th. James Royal finishes in 7th position. And
Also, we have to say, ignore life penalty because it's doing its things.
Yeah, it's doing its things. They are not disqualified, it's fine. Vemco rounds out the final hairpin done this entire time. He goes, the last car that goes uphill. He is on the podium and he knows it. Nothing can take that away from him. A minute of a gap to the leaders. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And Vemco goes downhill for the last time and ends on a podium, rounds out 3rd place.
That was a great race. We've gotten a lot of fights. An unfortunate mistake in the last or penultimate, is it? In the hairpin, let's just call it, which costed Josh the win. Unfortunate, but happens. And our top 3 is Tom O'Farrell 1st, Josh Cornelius 2nd, and Vemco 3rd.
So
What are your thoughts on the race?
I don't know how Josh is named on the server. No.
If you want to, we can steal Tom.
We will still Tom.
We will steal Tom. He's with Ollie.
It's fine.
In the chat.
Yoink. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
He's stunned to
You've
speak.
been you've been stolen.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
I don't know, I was just dragged in here and it was all silent, so that was a bit strange.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Well, Discord things. Do you know where are some of your other podium mates, or is it just you tonight?
I don't know. I don't even know who finished on the podium. I think Josh came 2nd, I think, didn't he? But I don't know whether he was in a voice call, to be honest.
Doesn't seem like it.
We didn't notice him.
I forgot to get attended through. Vero.
Vemco.
Okay, no, I think we can actually take Virgo somehow.
Steal somebody. I will just ask you now. How did it feel to overtake Josh in the before the last lap?
gutting,
What were your
to be
feelings?
honest. I was kind of hoping for a battle, but I think he just put his foot down too early, and the rear end stepped out, or he caught the wall on the inside of the hairpin, and I just drove past him. It was, yeah. As I say, I knew it was coming up to the last lap, so I was like, well, I want that battle in the last lap. I mean, it would be a fantastic clip for the broadcast for a start. So yeah, when it didn't happen, I was a bit gutted, to be honest. But it was a good race, and it was good fun.
Perfect. Also, in which camera did you drive the race? Just
Oh, here we go. I'm going to upset some people that like their realism. I was basically on top of the windscreen, so I could see a little bit of the windscreen wiper at the bottom of my screen, and I could see the bonnet. Because when you're actually in car, especially at a circuit that I didn't know before this evening, it was just impossible to learn the circuit. So I cheated in the world of realism.
Well, yeah, I'm not taking away that from you. By the way, I just learned out Wemco, who ended third, has had a surgery today,
Oh,
and he has
What?
not been feeling well as well, and he still ended third.
well,
my guy.
That's insane.
so would you like some other news?
Yes.
I'm not your race winner.
What?
So I have received a 1 minute time penalty according to the server because I left the pits too early. But this is the first I'm hearing of it. Apparently I had a drive through and I didn't serve it. Same with Niels and same with Jake Wardle.
So who is Josh is first then?
Yeah, so Josh finished first. I finished second. But as I say, I didn't receive any notification of that. We'll need to talk to our race director, Mr. Peter Cornelius, to see what's going on. But my pit stop should have taken about twice as long as everyone else because of how my Assetto Corsa loads back in. So, yeah, I'd be very surprised if my pit stop was faster than everyone else. But yeah,
I don't think that this is like a great penalty system, to be honest, because according to real penalty, all of you should have been disqualified.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah.
server
as
is
well.
set.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I don't think real penalty was set correctly, but yeah, it is one of those things. So we're all learning on these events. It's all meant to be a bit of fun, and yeah. So
Good to know. Well, how did you like the track?
it's actually a really good circuit for these cars. But that first corner, or that hour ago, obviously first lap, I think someone rear-ended me, and then obviously I was in the lead at that point, so it just blocked the whole circuit. So that side of it, obviously the circuit doesn't do too well, and it's a circuit I didn't know of near enough till tonight. So yeah, it's a good circuit for this car, as I say, but it's not.
Just so you know, the circuit is from 2024.
Sorry?
It's completely new.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Right.
since 2024.
Okay. Oh,
And the other
yeah.
fun facts you can find out on stream. I'm not going to say it again.
All right. Okay. I'll make sure I'll watch back the stream.
Yeah. Just...
also as sorry to interrupt, but as Olive wrote in our chat, it's real penalty doing real penalty things, so you won the race.
Yeah, it's not a real penalty, that one, though. That's a server penalty.
To be honest, everything says different things. On the server with live timing or standings, let's call it, you are first. If I check real timing or timing in general, you are. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
so
really. That's
So the
completely
server,
wrong.
Yeah,
because-
so the server results have me as second, and the server results are what the minimum time pit stop was set by the server, and that's what we were following. It's real penalty that was wrong. Real penalty can't issue penalties after the race; they have to be applied manually. So the fact that no penalties have currently been applied manually, that means this is definitely a server penalty, in which case it's probably correct.
Hlebik, you got a penalty as well.
Nice.
You have a 2-minute and 50-second time penalty.
But what is interesting is it says I have 2 cuts. Well, I didn't cut the circuit at any time. I mean, it's impossible to cut the circuit.
You can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
What?
who knows?
It's fine, it happens.
We'll probably talk about it even after the stream ends and do something with it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll probably have Ollie or Peter or someone
Yeah.
will have a look into it and tell us
Yeah.
who's won. But at the end of the day, I was just here for a bit of fun racing, and that's what it's done. So yeah, it was great.
Well,
We're glad you enjoyed it.
we are very glad you
Oh.
enjoyed the race. We hope to see you next time. And next
Ah,
time
yeah.
it's the Ladas.
Oh yeah.
Are you excited for that?
Lada Safari Sprint. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to see how my calendar's looking and see if I can do that one. But
Well,
yeah,
the
hopefully I can join you
date
then.
was 17th of May, but it's due to change, we heard. So it might be
Yes.
on the same weekend, so check your calendars and hopefully we will see you there.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks as well. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Well, that was our race winner or second place. We are not entirely sure. So, good to know. Well, next time we will see you here on the Lada Safari Sprint. Well, I'm kidding. Next time we will see you with me and Hlebik next Friday on the 28th of March. We are starting our own second ever series, the Ultimate Touring Challenge, that is live on Rain Racers. If you have any questions, you can look into leaks on the sim racing community chat, or you can DM me, or as well look on this very beautiful and very loved YouTube channel, and maybe there you can find a link to the one and only Rain Racers Discord. I've been Spitsam, I've been your commentator for the night. Right beside me was Hlebik.
I hope you enjoyed this evening. I hope you will join us next time.
Also, I'm sorry for the stream crashing, and see you next week.
Bye.
42, not bad.